guys, what's up? It's Joe Rady from Rady's Rides. I'm back here at Audi Wesley Chapel, and we have another Audi that I know many of you have been waiting for. This is a 2021 Audi S4. But before we dive into this four-door, all-wheel drive performance vehicle, let's talk about what's going on here. This brand Audi, been around for so many decades, so rich in not only road racing history, but also rally history, and guess what? Bringing a level of premium materials and of course that coveted Quattro all-wheel drive system. Now, there is a lot of competition coming from Mercedes with vehicles like the AMG C43 and even BMW with that 340i, the M340i. Audi is saying, you know what? It's great to have many different ways to have your performance sedan, and with this S4, they're bringing that sedan size package, but they're bringing turbocharged fun underneath the hood, and like I said, all-wheel drive to keep you planted. So let's go ahead, let's find out, is this the best, the outstanding, the perfect sport, that performance luxury sport sedan? Let's go ahead and find out. First off, loving the color. It's called Turbo Blue, and it really fits it to a T because guess what? It definitely is blue, and there's a turbo underneath the hood. When we start at the front of the business, you're gonna see some refresh that happened for the S4. It all starts with the headlight housing. We have our daytime running lamps, which are LED, and you're gonna have LED headlights and turn signals. My only zonk is I wish they would have just went black on the whole interior instead of this large, shiny chrome area. But besides that, looks really great. I love the way it comes to a nice angle and has some definite character to it. Now, as we drop down, this is all refreshed on this S4. You do have a side functional air curtain. I do like the brushed aluminum trim. What I don't like is the non-functionality of all that fake venting. Definitely a zonk on an S vehicle from Audi. Now, as we come across that grill that is synonymous with the brand, nice wide opening. There's the Auto Union badge, those 4 German brands that unified together. You have your S4 badging looking great. I do like the trim around the exterior. I do wish it was brushed aluminum rather than the shiny chrome trim, but you do have the brushed aluminum along the bottom on that front splitter that's all integrated into the front fascia with that turbo blue. I'm not 100% sold. Every time I look at it, on a black S4, it looks fine, but this flat black area separating the hood from the front fascia, it just doesn't look complete. It looks like it's missing something, and I don't know really how to wrap my mind around that, but I do definitely like the width of the front fascia that's all been refreshed. Now, when we get up onto the hood, clean body lines. You're just gonna have 2 that rise on the left side here or the right side of the vehicle, and 2 on the other side. Everything flows right towards the A-pillars, which are great. Now, as we come around the bend, not only do we have new headlight, new grille, new front fascia, but we got some new wheel design. So you can see the metallic silver wheel that we have here. Simple, clean. It's a 19-inch wheel, 255 on the width, 35 series sidewalls. You got a massive 6-piston caliper the size of Ronald McDonald's head, and you're gonna have some nice ventilated rotors there. Of course, you're gonna have adaptive dampers all 4 corners that you could go into that Audi Drive Select and adjust how much stiffness you want from the suspension, but definitely with the blue and the silver, pops very nicely. As we go down the side fender, super clean, no stick-on badging. I like the way they integrate some design into the fender and into the door. You have that brushed aluminum mirror cap, which looks great. You do have some bright metal work. I wish they would have went a little bit more the aluminum look rather than something that almost looks like chrome, but you do have a top and bottom. Would have been great to have a blacked out roof. So I am gonna zonk that. S4 should have a totally blacked out roof. But what you do have is that aluminum silver style side sill that extends out, gives it some nice character. Also obviously gonna help with the aero. We keep working our way towards the rear. You got a good sized quarter window. I do like the way the trim flares out. Like I was saying, I wish it kind of blended a little closer to what was on the mirror caps. Now, as we keep working our way towards the rear, you're gonna get a really tasteful and functional trunk lid spoiler looking good. And I'm telling you, this blue is one of the prettiest blues I've seen in a very long time. LED on the taillights, and of course they do a great job, just like the headlights, on the style of those taillights. You got your S4 badge, the Auto Union badge, some of that shiny chrome trim to match what is around the grille opening, and then down below, you do have quad tip exhaust. They are functional. This thing right here, this fake vent needs to go, so I am gonna zonk that. But other than that, I think that having the quad tip exhaust really adds a nice extra width to the rear of the vehicle. But why don't we pop the hood and see what's powering our S4. All right, guys, we got the hood popped on our S4. You do have hydraulic hood struts. You also have some chassis stiffening here. These strut top braces that attach to the firewall help stiffen up the front end of the business here. Underneath the hood, you do have a tasteful engine cover. I actually am not gonna zonk it because I like the way it's got some color, some design, and of course, that Audi badge. But what you're looking at is a 3-liter V6 turbocharged engine, 349 horsepower, 369 pound-feet of torque. It's mated to an 8-speed automatic transmission. Of course, like I said, we got the Quattro all-wheel drive system. 0 to 60 in about 4.2 seconds. Quarter mile is gonna go by at 12.8 seconds. Top speed 155 miles an hour, which that is governed, just so you know. MPGs 20 in the city, 27 on the highway, and the S4 weighs in around 3,900 pounds. I think one of my favorite things is how Audi has those different trims to if you want more or less performance. But why don't we go ahead, let's fire up this S4 and hear what it sounds like. All right, guys, we're inside the 2021 Audi S4. I know you're saying to yourself, well, Joe, I've been wanting and needing a new 4-door luxury performance sedan. I've been waiting for your review. I wanted to hear it from you. What's going on with this thing? What is the cost? MSRP, for the way that you see it, is $62,000. Let's see what you get for the money. To the door panels, soft touch material, a little bit of gloss black, but the good news is you got this beautiful carbon fiber. I'm loving the Alcantara, that microfiber suede material. You could pet it just like a little kitty cat. You got some nice leather on the armrest, the contrast stitching. The only zonk is small door pockets. So if you go to Chipotle and you put a burrito down there, you're gonna wanna go no guac. And anyways, guac costs extra, so save yourself the money and you could get yourself a bottle of water to wash it all down. When you get to the dash, there's some pluses and there's some minuses. I do like the soft touch material. I like the silver trim, the carbon fiber, the Quattro badge. This I'm not loving. I do like the way it's over 10 inches. I'm not gonna complain about 10 inches. But what I am gonna complain about is that it's just stuck to the dash. It really, you don't even need it. Audi does such a great job with their virtual cockpits. Get rid of this. If you're worried about the passenger, tell them to go read a book or something. Get 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea or something. All the information is right here in front of the driver. That would clean up the whole interior. But since it is here, let's talk about it. You do have navigation, which is nice. You could hit the home button, and then you could go into your vehicle settings, and all this stuff you could do a different way. So you don't need this infotainment system. We're gonna keep it in dynamic because guess what? We have some curbing, which means race car. Hashtag race car. That's what we're gonna do. Hit back home, throw it into reverse. There's your backup camera. You do have trajectory and you do have 360. If you're wondering, well, what's going on with the white lines there? Is that like a jail zone or a prison zone? No, the door is just open. It's not that big of a deal. But like I said, all this could be on the virtual cockpit instead of this stuck on dash infotainment system. Now, as we drop down, you have heated seats, but what is this? Those are dead buttons. No ventilated seats. At $62,000, I want ventilated seats, and I want it now. You do have your dual climate control, and I love the clicking and the feel. I mean, everything has a nice feel in here when it comes to touching the wonderful switches. And look, you can just rub your finger on it. Look at that. Real nice. You do have your toggle switches. You could go into your different drive select modes real easy. You got your start stop button, USB 12 volt, and you have a Twizzler holder here. So get your Twizzlers, the small ones, put them in there. 2 cup holders, large area for some gobstoppers, maybe some atomic fireballs. Maybe you want to live life a little spicy, a little hot. You could fill that up with about 15 of them. I just don't like it because I wish there was a lid. So I'm zonking that with no lid. This, though, very tasteful. You have your perforated leather. This is going to control that 8-speed automatic. Love the S logo, carbon fiber. You even have a little toothpick holder here, so you can pick Twizzler out of your teeth. And then here is our key fob. Very sexy. S is for sexy, but S is also for performance in the Audi S4. Simple on the back with your panic button. When you're about to freak out, you hit that button and then you can freak out. That's when you're allowed to do that. You do have wireless charging and you have a very hard armrest, but it looks good and it feels good to the touch. It's kind of stiff, but lift that up. We have a USB-C, and then guess what? Get your king size Snickers, drop it right in there. You'll be good to go. You're not going to squish your nuts, I promise. And then the seats, I absolutely love. The one-piece raceback seats with the S logo, that diamond stitching all the way down, hamstring extensions, and you have nice bolstering with electric assist for both the passenger and the driver. Standard size sunroof, which is nice. I got plenty of headroom in here. Even with the sunroof, I'm 6 feet tall. I feel good. But why don't you come over to the business end? I want to show you what I have my hands wrapped around on this Audi S4. All right, guys. We're behind the wheel, the business end. You do have 2 memory seat settings. I do like the S badging here. Let you know that you went a little special. That's what S means from me to you. You're special, and you deserve an S4. I do like the footbox. Nice, large dead pedal. They don't skimp there. And it's aluminum, which is great. Same with the brake and the throttle. You have your seat controls that are easy to get to. These seats are awesome. You got good bolstering. Nothing too crazy, though, that's going to squish you like a Planter's peanut. But you're going to be held in place. And that's what you want because you're driving an S4, not just some boring sedan. This is about performance. Steering wheel, it's not flat bottom, but you know what? It's okay because I do like the design. Horn button is tasteful. You got the Audi-shaped grille with the Auto Union badge. You do have small paddles, and that's the thing on these Audis that just drives me nuts, is that they have these little postage stamp paddles that are made out of plastic. So that is going to be a zonk until they update that. One thing that I'm not going to zonk is that virtual cockpit. I love the clarity. I love the graphics, the font. That's why you don't need that 10-inch screen. Take the 10-inch screen and send it to somebody who really needs it because you don't need it in this S4. And you know what? The graphics look great. Feeling good up here? Let's go see how your passengers are going to enjoy hauling the mail with you in this sedan. All right, guys, backseat time. And what's wonderful is you're going to get the same leather treatment back here, which feels really good and it looks super good. Those one-piece backs, it is a plastic material. The thing I am going to zonk, though, again, are these cargo nets. Not really digging. I'd rather have nothing, to be honest with you. You do have rear AC, 2 USBs. They're for charging only. So if you take your finger and you stick it in there, it's not going to do anything for you. It's probably going to hurt. 12 volt, that's going to be helpful as well for those who have certain devices that you don't have a USB for. They still have them. They still make them. They're still out there. Headroom, they carve it out just like a jack-o'-lantern right before Halloween. Feels good. Plenty of headroom. Let's see what we got here. Just as hard as that armrest, so you're not spoiling your passengers with this armrest. You do get these very interesting over-engineered cup holders, which are great. And then you open this guy up, and this is where you could put your silver spoons. So if you're ever transporting your family's heirlooms, those silver spoons that were passed down from your great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grandfather, put them here. They won't get scratched, which is great. And it's a great hiding place. Put that back, smack it back. Let's go ahead, let's check out the trunk and see how much space we have in there for all your belongings. All right, guys, time to get into the trunk. Real simple. You push the button, lifts up nicely, and then you can see the size of the opening. I like the way the floor is a little bit lower to allow you to have those taller objects. And then if you're wondering, well, Joe, how much room do we have back there? You're looking at 13 cubic feet of space, which is a little bit tighter compared to the competition. But remember, we do have all-wheel drive on our S4. But really, it's not about the trunk that makes this car special. If you're ready, I'm definitely ready. Let's take our S4 for a little spin. All right, guys, we're leaving Audi Wesley Chapel. We're in the 2021 Audi S4. I have it in dynamic mode. And right away, the changes that they've done really equate to a great driving vehicle. Not like the S4 was ever not a great driving vehicle. I'm still not sold on the infotainment system. I mean, it's a great working system, I just don't like the location of it. I don't even want to look at it. It's almost like I want to take a like a pillowcase and just cover it, or a t-shirt or something. But visibility out the back is great. Steering wheel feels good. Even though it's not a flat bottom, you'll be okay. You do have a tilting and telescoping steering wheel. It's just, wouldn't they do something about these paddles? Not only are they small, but they're really inward, which just, I don't know, it makes you think about what you're doing. And if you're carving some corners, like turkey, you know, Thanksgiving Day turkey, you want to be able to focus on the act of actually driving, not worrying whether you're hitting the paddle or not. Just one of those types of things. But really nice combination of the carbon fiber, the leather, the Alcantara, and the 8-speed automatic transmission. It shifts really smooth, and you're getting a nice sound inside the cabin. But let's see how she does on throttle. I'm gonna slow down a little bit. I'm gonna leave it in automatic mode. On throttle, here we go. Drops down, we're off. Nice sound. Chassis is super balanced. Those Ronald McDonald size calipers really making life great as you're driving this thing. Look at the turn in, my God. Powering out. Real nice. Very composed. The weight transfer is spot on the money. Nice, look at that, yeah. It just allows you to hold the line, hit your marks, really great. And you got that 4-door capability, which is wonderful. Look at this. Really, really nice, super smooth. You're waiting a little bit for turbo boost, but nothing too crazy, to be honest with you. I'll bet you $100 right now that I'm gonna put it in sport mode. We're not gonna have really any kind of lag, even from a slower start. But right to left transitions, chassis stays planted, the Quattro all-wheel drive system claws at the road like a puma running up a hill, man. I mean, it is that intense. The grip level is that strong. And then, like I said, you have the versatility of 4 doors, which is wonderful. That's gonna allow you to use this as your daily driver, take everybody around that needs to be driven, and you're good to go. All right, guys, we're using manual shift mode here. Nice and smooth on the downshifts. Let's see how we power out of this roundabout. On throttle. Nice. Hit the windshield wipers, that's okay. Super smooth, brakes feel great. Look at this. Here we go. Really nice, really, really nice. I'm telling you, the way it gets the power to the ground is really second to none. And the only thing, if you know, to be honest with you, the reason why I hit the windshield wipers is because I'm trying to reach for these small paddles. And that's what's frustrating. That's when you hit the windshield wipers and not hitting the paddles. So would like a little larger paddle, like I point out, and I think I just showed that perfectly why you want a little larger paddle, one that's closer to the perimeter of the wheel. But very impressed with the dynamics, all the engineering in the chassis. And I thought for sure, because, you know, we weren't at 400 horsepower or higher, that it would be lagging a little bit. No, they really got the gearing down right, and the way the turbo builds boost is really smooth and fairly linear for a turbocharged engine. Pulling out on the highway here, on throttle. I'm telling you, the shifts are so smooth. Get a nice pop from the exhaust. Really, really like the overall feeling, the sensation. These seats hold you like your mama held you when you're a little tiny baby. But we're gonna go ahead, get back to Audi at Wesley Chapel and wrap this one up. Hopefully it gave you a nice overall feel of the S4, so I'll see you in a split second. All right, guys, it's been another great day here at Audi at Wesley Chapel. I definitely gotta thank Mike, Chris, and Adam getting us access. You've been waiting for it, this 2021 Audi S4. It really shows that Audi is doing this fine tuning to their lineup to really get you performance, style, and definitely an interior that you want to be in each and every day. Is this the one to get over an AMG C43 or a 340i, the M340i? I'm saying yes. The Quattro all-wheel drive system, that turbocharged power, and that real great virtual cockpit really separates this car from the rest of the pack. But if you want to keep seeing luxury performance sports sedans on Rady's Rides, leave a comment in the comment section. If you're new and you're on your way out, hit that subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile coming back for more. If you are a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Rady's Rides family. If you want to help us keep making great content just for you in the channel, click the link in the description, get yourself some Rady's Rides merch. Got to give it up to the queen of the camera. She's working her butt out here, working hard and doing a great job. Show her some love in the comment section. Thank you, Lori, for all that you do. And just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.